is up? Are we live?
We're good.
Are we unmuted? What is up? Welcome to BTR Bell to Bell. We're having some technical difficulties, just like normal days. But what is up? I'm one of your hosts, Randy, aka Randizzle, and to my left, on the ones and twos, messing everything up like me usually does, is Fernando, aka Retro Relapse.
I'm pretty sure you heard it. You missed the fucking April Fool's joke that I pulled on you, damn it. You'll probably hear it on the playback. I switched up the intro.
I know what you did.
I switched up the intro.
I know what you did. I ignored it. That's why you fucking.
I hit that fucking. I hit that April Fool's joke very well, and you fucked it up. But it worked out because I know you heard us repping the 210, baby. San Antonio, where we roll, where we roll.
You know, I'll tell you this. I only heard it off of your computer. I'm literally on Facebook still on my phone and still on an intro. I don't know what's
We're
going
live
on.
right now, dude. It's Thursday night, and it's what better place to be than here watching us fuck up our own show on a Thursday night. Blame the weather, brother. Oh yeah.
Blame the weather. Is it raining over there?
Dude, I think it's drizzling right now. I think you just your internet sucks, dude.
On my phone? It usually.
It's literally on cellular. So I couldn't tell you if that's what it is. But regardless, we got a lot to talk about. Specifically AEW, because this Sunday AEW's pay-per-view Dynasty is happening, and this past Wednesday has been a nice build-up for this upcoming pay-per-view. A lot of wrestlers have been doing a lot of social media stuff and hitting their rounds on different podcasts and wrestling. Busted Open, Wrestling 24/7 on Sirius XM. Like, they've been making their rounds, hyping up this pay-per-view because we got a big card actually, and we just saw, if you watched last night, Osprey brought some friends with him to help with the Death Riders. So we're really getting into it now. But did you happen to see Dynamite yesterday?
I did.
What did you think?
I thought it was Dynamite.
Dynamite?
That's right. That's right. Give me your take on what you saw. Give me your take on what you're hearing. What do you know?
Well, we know that MJF is about to fight the best bout for bout machine in the cleaner Kenny Omega, and I feel like yesterday Kenny Omega was talking about how he in the ring he is the best, and on the microphone MJF is the best. But has Omega watched MJF lately? Is he? Because I think that's going to be Kenny Omega's downfall. He is not. He is underestimating what MJF can do, not only on the mic, but in the ring, in the squared circle. Because he has had some of the best matches. He put Hangman through the ringer. He had a good 4-way match for that belt and recaptured it. He's had everything from dog collar to Texas death matches. He had that extreme Texas death match with Hangman. What, a couple of months ago? Like, I don't think Kenny had just came back from diverticulitis, whatever issues he had been having with his gut, and he even said in one of his promos that he is missing 24 feet of it. So I don't think that he's really taking into account what's about to happen to him. How do you feel about that?
First off, I feel like you're talking kind of low. I don't know if your mic needs to be moved a little bit, because usually a little bit louder. But if Kenny is gonna take MJF for granted, he's not gonna win this match. MJF is definitely gonna take over the match, and he will retain that championship. And I don't think it's time for MJF to lose it yet.
I agree. I think. I say it, especially with AEW. I think it rings more true than ever. But heels make great champions because everyone's chasing them. MJF makes a fantastic champion because heels and faces alike do not like him and are chasing him. So he's not pigeonholed into being a good guy and the bad guys are coming after him, or he's a bad guy and the good guys are coming after him. He's pretty much set himself his own marker where everyone's after him and everyone hates him because he's so obnoxious, but MJF, in his own words, would say, "I'm not obnoxious. I'm just fucking that good."
Yep.
So that's probably one of the biggest matches I'm looking forward to. And I know we ran down the card this past Tuesday on Top Rope Tuesday, but did they add more matches? I did not see that if they added any more because they were.
Um,
It was kind of lackluster. You said there was like 5 matches on the main card, and then one on the pre-show.
I want to say a couple more did get added. I don't have it set up here, but I don't know if you can get into the wonderful unofficial sponsors of the SmackDownHotel.com. Oh my god, because we don't have I don't have buttons over here like he does.
I'm going on SmackDown Hotel right now, and I am looking for pay-per-view matches. I'm gonna hit up AEW,
Mm-hmm.
and man, how nice is it? It's so nifty. It fits in your phone. Look at that. One day they'll be the sponsors. SmackDownHotel.com. Woo!
Oh my god. So I beat you
Okay.
to it. They did add the TNT Gauntlet match, TNT Casino Gauntlet match. Found out that Kyle Fletcher is injured,
Of course he
and
is.
they did not say how or when. No details have been discussed or unfolded, but he had to relinquish the TNT Championship. They did have a match: Tommaso Ciampa versus Mascara Dorada, and the winner would be number one on Collision. I forgot who's going to be on there, but there's two other Rouge and somebody else. I can't think of who it is off the top of my head right now.
When you mess with Roosh, you get the
You get the
Hearns.
horns. Is fighting for the number two spot. So there'll be, I believe, Champa won. He beat Mascara. So he is the number one entrant. And then uh, Saturday in Collision, we'll find out who number two is to start the gauntlet off. And who knows? There'll probably like at least 10 people in that match
How does that make
vying
sense
for
to
the
you
championship match.
that you win
For
the
the
match
championship.
and you have to go first? How does that make any sense? Oh wait, because it's the first person who gets a pin, right?
Yes.
Okay, then it makes more sense. Okay, so because you could be 1-on-1 and get the pin and just call it a day, essentially, if that worked out that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, nice.
Yeah. So let's say you know what, there's 10 people set for the match, and not all 10 get in the ring. You're like five or six people in, and you get boom. You get the pin off the sixth person. Well, the other ones that were waiting don't get to fight. You win the belt and that's it. So
That's right. That's right.
you want to be first and second, and try to pin right off the bat if you can make that pin. Uh, so that way you don't have to worry about anybody else trying to come in and take your spot and take your belt.
No, I don't want to interrupt you, but I just got this breaking news. No, I just don't say breaking news, but Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan were at the Spurs game, and Raquel's
Well,
and
I was
and Liv
gonna
Morgan.
bring that up when we were talking about WWE, where you wanted to start out the show with AEW for whatever reason. But yes, that did happen last night at the show. It was the Spurs versus the Trailblazers, and they were special guests that were asked to come out, and both Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez showed up, and they were courtside. Uh, the Coyote did come out and give them gifts. They were given personalized jerseys, and I think even when they had the camera on them, Raquel spilled her drink, and they had somebody over there go and clean it up. But they did give pictures and hugs from the Coyote, and they have their own personalized jerseys. Liv has the white jersey with Morgan on the back, and Raquel has hers, says Raquel, in the black jersey, the home jersey.
And
So
you can see
yes,
that big ass bump that she has on her head, Liv Morgan. A bruise, a
it's
bruise
not so
now.
much protruding as it was like a big fucking pimple. Now when you see it, there were pictures she put out today where it's just really bruised.
Yeah, you can see on this picture of her wearing the jersey.
Hmm.
Pretty bruised up.
She wasn't
Sorry,
wearing
I
a
just popped
jersey.
up my
She was
phone.
wearing a shirt that she crop topped.
Okay, so because they were presented jerseys, I see here. Yeah,
Correct.
nice. Sorry, just popped up in my
You're
head.
you're 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 all over the place, sir. You are all
I'm
over the place.
all over the place.
Yes, we were talking about AEW. Another match that did get added on because of um, who is it? Kyle Fletcher being injured, Don Callis wanted to have Proto Kata versus the Young Bucks, but that didn't happen. So Don Callis, they had a backstage interview time, and he had the whole family there, and he put Takeshita on the spot, saying, "I want you to team up with Okada to go whoop on the Young Bucks," and Takeshita agreed to it and said, "Yes, we'll do it, but in order for me to do it, I want that belt," pointing to Okada's international championship. He has my belt. So they made it official. Don Callis said, "Double or nothing. It will be Takeshita versus Okada, fighting each other for the international championship." But they're not breaking up the family or anything like that. It's just an inner family match that's going to happen.
Like a little inter-family squabble, and it is what it is. And
Yep. They kept saying, "I have Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen right here," and yeah, they didn't always see eye to eye, but they won championships together. And when he was done with the spiel, Okada's like, "I'm Jordan, you're Pippen." It was so stupid, dude. It was so stupid.
they call him bitch, bitch.
No, he didn't. He didn't bust out the bitch.
It, it's
He
is
saved it.
isn't Takeshita a New Japan champion of some sort?
He had no belt on him during the interview. I couldn't tell you.
Really? I thought he used. Let me see. I gotta look it up because
Hmm.
Takeshita. I thought he had a belt because I saw it on a highlight. They said he was holding a belt. And I could have been wrong.
Yeah.
Probably.
As
Probably
far as
wrong.
I know, right now he doesn't have any belts because he did have a New Japan belt, but he hasn't had one lately. I don't know if he lost it or what happened. Well, obviously he did. If he had one, he lost it because he didn't have anything.
It says as of April 2026, he is the world television champion currently.
Okay,
Yeah.
then
So I
then
was like, I thought he had a belt. I knew. I was like,
then
I'm pretty sure
if
he had a
that's the
belt.
case, they weren't showing it off.
Gotcha.
If that's the
Fair
case.
enough.
Another match that was added. I think you didn't watch Dynamite.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Chris Jericho came out again. He came out last week and just basically said, "I'm home." So that's him putting it out there that he is not going to WWE. He is going to stay in AEW, and I'm pretty sure he didn't want to go through the retirement spiel of having Gunther take him out and whatever else goes with that. So he came out this week, last night, and what did he do? Came out to the crowd. They gave him a
Contract black
they gave him a contract, but it was on a
plaque
not a plaque. What is that fucking? What is that? Clipboard.
clipboard.
It was on a fucking clipboard. Why would you put a contract on a plaque? The
You
fuck?
said they give him this, and then I
Yeah,
said contract.
I'm thinking of the clipboard because he brought back the list, and I couldn't think of the fucking name. God damn it, Randy, watch TV. Fuck. So they
I
gave
work,
him the
sir.
clipboard. Yeah, I do too. They gave him a clipboard, and it has the contract on there. And he told the crowd, "Hey, I'm in Canada. I forgot what Edmonton, I think it was. And this crowd was actually louder than last week's crowd. So it had to been that fucking crowd they were at in the first show. It just sucked ass. But these were louder. A lot of people cheering for Jericho, chanting his name and everything. He's like, no better place to be in Canada. I'm home. I'm signing my new contract right here in front of all you guys. And before he could do it, he got interrupted by the demand with Ricochet. And Ricochet started talking about a whole bunch of mess. You should have just retired while you had the chance, blah, blah, blah. Jericho goes off on him and says, "You really are bald. And you know what? I'm going to do something I haven't done in a long time. But you annoy me and blah, blah, blah." I signed my contract, and then he had on the back it said AEW, but it had a film, and he ripped the film off, and it said the list of Jericho, and he brought back the list, and he said, "You know what? For being an idiot and being bald, you just make the list." And I was like, "What the fuck? You can do that?" But apparently, I guess
No
the
wonder.
no, I think the trademark didn't stick. Either the trademark didn't stick, or it already past its time. Because when was the last time he used that?
Right,
2017.
right. I was like right before he left to AEW, probably like 2 years.
2017.
Okay.
So, because I think it's already hit its stature of
length, yeah, for sure.
Hmm. So he was able to pull that off, and he busted out the list of Jericho, and he put him on the list, and said, "I'll see you at Dynasty." So Chris Jericho versus Ricochet at Dynasty.
Nice.
So there's two more matches that were added on. So right now we're looking at AEW World Championship 1, Continental 2, the World Tag Team Championships 3, Women's Championship 4, Gauntlet match 5, Darby versus Andrade 6, Bucks versus Don Callis 7, Jericho versus Ricochet 8, and then the Marina versus Windsor pre-show.
Nice. And it looks like after that big old Osprey bringing his friends, there might be something going on with the Death Riders outside of Moxley and right and Will Osprey
if if
something going on.
if they don't do something with Death Riders United Empire, there's other stuff that's going on. I read a spoiler today by accident. I guess they filmed some of Collision that's going to be showed on Saturday, and the trios championships were up for grabs on the Collision show, and the Dogs beat who has the belts right now?
Speedball.
Yeah,
Okay.
Speedball Mystical and Kevin Knight,
Kevin
they
Knight.
beat them for the Trios Championship. So the Dogs are now the Trios champs.
So they might have a match with them on the
Possibly.
card, possibly.
Possibly. And Collision will probably bring up a last minute match or two that's
Probably
going to be
bring
on the
in the
card.
two pre-shows and one main card match.
Or 1-on-1.
Yeah,
Something like
that
that.
too.
Yeah. I mean, I think the other one was a little more prepared because it was a bigger pay per view compared to this one. This one's like I guess would be a sub pay per view, but they've been pushing Dynasty, so it'd be nice to see what's up. It'd be
It's
nice to
that. I
see
mean,
what's up.
it's pretty stacked for what it is. Like you're gonna get your money's worth. Let's
Hmm.
be realistic, right? You're gonna. It's a Sunday pay-per-view, so get ready to fucking sleep at 2 in the morning. You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
So prepare for that. But at the same token, like the last match is gonna be MJF versus fucking Omega. I mean, you're gonna fucking have to stay up to see that. You're
Yep.
gonna have to.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yo, it'll pop up about 11:30. That'll probably be the time when probably 11 o'clock is when that match is gonna go on. Realistically.
Yeah. So,
Yep. So,
I
but it does show here on the SmackDownHotel.com. Oh my God, 7 p.m. Eastern, so it's 6 Central.
hmm
So if it starts at 6, then there's a good chance that that main event will be at probably 10 o'clock.
probably finish at 11. Probably finish at 11. So yeah, probably an hour. With intros, maybe like 45-minute
Well, no,
match.
because
Seems
the
like
last pay per view that we watched for AEW, MJF didn't come out till 11 o'clock, and it went till about 11:30, the death match.
so,
So that's
so
what I'm
30
saying.
30-minute
But
match.
that pay per view started at 7.
Okay.
If the pay per view is going to start at 6 because it's in Canada, then there's a good chance that the MJF match will start at 10 o'clock.
Well,
So
you might be able to stay up. You might make it all the way.
I might be able to actually get a little bit of rest and go to work the next day, not all fucking tired.
What
So
time do you wake up that you're gonna be tired?
dude, I wake up like at what time do I wake up every morning? 4:45.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, yeah. I need sleep, dude. Fuck you.
Fucking old man.
I need
Fuck.
sleep. I love.
Stupid
I
fuck.
I like rest. I don't know about
Dumb.
you.
Dumb.
I
Fuck.
love my rest. Eat shit. Eat a
You eat
eat
shit, you old fuck.
eat a bag of shit, dude. The rest of
Eat a bag of dicks,
the
you
the,
old
the
man.
the the worst thing you could not do is not get sleep. You are stupid. You're literally stupid.
You are stupid.
You are stupid. So anyway, let's talk about some WWE because we are on the road to WrestleMania. We are trucking right along with a lot of stories being pushed. I know you've watched some of that, haven't you?
I watched some of it. I haven't watched it all. I've been working till like 8 or 9 every day, so I've been busy. And I try to catch it in the background. And I told myself I'd be better, and we talked about it. It'd be better than just watching off a social clip. So I do try to watch it. I'll see some things, but I don't lean into watching the whole thing like that. So,
Okay, okay.
but I've been seeing.
Yeah.
Finn and Mysterio fighting each other, and obviously the whole Living and Stephanie situation going on there. This whole Grayson Waller probably turning on the New Day because he says they're fucking weak. They thought they were something else, so that might be some random little bullshit match they put together.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe SmackDown before. Um, the Randy Orton situation with Pat McAfee. Interesting. The fucking shoot promos from fucking Cody and fucking CM Punk. Pipe Bomb 2026 apparently.
Yep.
So
I know you saw
do you,
that, right?
I saw all of them. Yeah,
Okay, good.
but
Good.
let me ask you, because of course I'm gonna ask you a question because CM Punk is your favorite wrestler. Um, do you think that this is his best promo? Because I've heard mixed things, and a lot of people leaning more towards like this is like
Th-
the mature CM Punk pipe bomb.
this is the best pipe bomb he's done in a while. This is one of his better pipe bombs. This is one now that Triple H is starting to let him go a little more unhinged because you have to. We're on the last legs of whatever you can do to build up this fucking match. So he's going off and he's taking out and going after everyone. Great. I love it. Best pipe bomb? No. The original is always the best because everything else is a copycat and a blueprint afterwards. I still love the one that he did when he fucking put down the rock telling him that he could not box. His arms were too short to box with God.
But
And
that's different promo compared to the pipe bomb.
but every heavy promo is now considered a pipe bomb. Think about it. The first one he did going after Roman Reigns, they were trying to call it critics, people online, they're trying to call it a pipe bomb. They're telling him now, here's your mic. Triple H is telling him, here's your mic. Go put out a pipe bomb, please. So they're overusing that word now, and it kind of sucks. Because if you're going to say it was a bomb, the first one was the atom bomb. The first one was the best one because it was never heard of. Now they're telling him, go hit a heavy promo, and they're calling it a pipe bomb.
I don't know if they call it a pipe bomb. I think the pipe bomb, and I to me the way I see it is this pipe bomb wasn't him necessarily going after one person. It's him going against the system. TKO.
Yeah.
Ticket prices, right? Ticket prices.
Basically
Other,
bringing it back to old Punk, where old Punk's first pipe bomb was going after the system.
yeah. I said, like I don't know what stupid ass critics would say that the first shoot he did on Roman, this more recent one would be a pipe bomb. This is a fucking good promo. Him talking shit, rallying up, stirring up the
But
pot.
when when you lay a line, see the premise of the pipe bomb, if you kind of dissect it and try to understand it, is there has to be something heavy that hits that no one else is willing to say. What did he say in that first one with Roman?
Bury your dad next
I'm
to you.
gonna
Next to
bury
you,
you
dad.
next to your dead dad. Who in wrestling says some bullshit like that? I'm
Christian Cage.
correct,
the
but
only one who would say
but
that shit.
but that would be considered a pipe bomb that Christian Cage did. But he's in another company. He's not doing it for WWE, so it's trademarked. So that's why they don't call it that. It's just a heavy promo. So this last one that happened, yes, he's boop 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 boop, just shooting it all around. Let's go. Pat McAfee, ticket sales, whatever else, pipe bomb, blam 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 blam. It's a big pipe bomb. And what does a
I,
pipe
I,
bomb do? It fucking has shards of glass and it takes out everyone around it, right?
I was pretty surprised that they let Pat McAfee shoot on wrestling and TKO. Then they let Cody Rhodes shoot on Pat McAfee, TKO, and Randy Orton. And then they let CM Punk shoot on Pat McAfee, TKO, and Roman Reigns in the Bloodline.
You already know they've had conversations backstage prior to all this happening while they're making their stories and the writers are writing their scripts to let everyone know, hey, we're doing this like this. Don't take it to fucking heart. We just need you. We just need to let them do that so it builds up drama to sell tickets. And that's why you haven't heard anything, or else I'm pretty sure if it was big, if it really hurt them big enough, there would have been some kind of rebuttal
Well,
from all
just
that.
I'm curious because ticket prices was brought up 3 times, right? In so many senses, CM Punk just said it flat out. And because last year, this time, what, 2 weeks out, they had sold 50,000 tickets already. Right now they're at 30,000, and they've been sitting at 30 something thousand for 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It literally doesn't change, and everything's so expensive with gas, flights, hotels, every fucking thing you want to do, and everything you want to buy at the world, and everything else going around during the time. So I'm curious if they make Punk if this is all planned out. If it is, and which is fine, sell tickets, but do they fucking lean into it and be like, you know what, Punk, you're right. Let's fucking drop ticket sales. Maybe not something crazy dramatic drops, but drops nonetheless. And it kind of solidifies Punk as the fucking voice of the voiceless, right? That's what he called himself, the voice of the voiceless, and for the people. So I wonder if they play it like that,
Mm-hmm.
or does this mean that the tribal chief brings out all his family? That also includes The Rock, who is one of the board members of TKO, and if they play it that route, I mean, there's I guess there's multiple routes you can go. It's just what are they planning on doing, or what do you think they plan on doing?
They're gonna lower. People are gonna wait till tickets are lowered till the last minute. Let's just be honest. Fucking, they're gonna wait till the last fucking minute to go buy tickets. Who else doesn't do that shit? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're waiting for something more drastic to happen, it's not gonna happen.
But I think it kind of needs to, because yes, people will wait, and that happens with anything. But it's so expensive this year, and then next year, WWE is really just doing a fucking flip the script, and we're not even going to be in the states this next year. So how do you really make up for that? Like, they're going to be in fucking Saudi if that place still exists by then.
I mean, how you gonna
Like,
make up for it? It's gonna get all paid for, especially out there.
I mean, like right now, this pay per view could totally fucking bomb as far as sales. People are gonna watch it,
Mm-hmm.
but it could totally bomb in sales. Like $30,000 for a pay per view doesn't even fucking scratch the surface for a WrestleMania. That's what I'm saying.
If this is marked as one of the lowest WrestleMania attendees, it's not gonna break the bank. You've already sold 30,000 tickets. Think about that. You're 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 not putting the dollar sign attached to the seats. 30,000 seats. It'd be different if they were all going for $10. They're not. A lot of those, a plethora of those fucking tickets are fucking lower level. $10,000 a fucking seat. $20,000 a seat. They're not hurting. They just want more money because it's greed.
This Vegas.
Yeah.
Stop eating, you idiot. I can hear you chewing your gummies or whatever the fuck it is.
I got Reese's Pieces.
Jesus Christ.
They're good.
Stop eating your Reese's, you fucking turd. What else are you excited for in WrestleMania season?
The card. The card
Okay.
for WrestleMania. The card for WrestleMania has been released. Night 1 and Night 2 was released on ESPN. And the reason why I am
Shut
ecstatic about the card,
up.
you asked the question and I'm trying to answer it. You said, what am I excited about? The fact that my wrestling brain is bigger than yours, and I was right from the get. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton are night 1, and CM Punk and Roman Reigns are night 2, closing it out like I told you. Reese's Pieces.
I still think it should be the other way around, honestly. But they're really trying to build it up. I mean, Punk is. I
Now
will
they
wait to see what
now
Roman says.
now that
But
they added some more heat with Pat McAfee, it kind of feels like it should be night 2. But it took that to turn it up. I'm not gonna say it was bad already about Cody and Randy. I get it. You want legacy over popularity. You want legacy to reign with that belt and them too because of how much history they have, how long they've been in the game. That is deserving of a night 2 of 2 night pay per view. I agree with that. But you have to think about who are you trying to entertain now compared to then. Of course, Pat McAfee said it himself. The old heads who still fucking watch and gave birth to kids that are in the TikTok generation that are still putting views on your fucking shows and talking about your shit, you're not pandering to us anymore. You're pandering to them. So we have softer wrestling. We have not anything great going on. So why are we not in the main event? Why are things not happening the way they should? And that's why Randy's going to go ballistic on Cody and anybody else and everyone else. This right here should be a fucking seed planted where they start a new NWO or do something to that effect. Make a super faction. Do something with this now that Randy's going to fucking win the belt.
Who would you put in it? New Legacy, kind
How
of an
about you
MBO.
tell me who you put in it so I can shit on it? Because every time I tell you, you want to shit what I say. So you tell me who you want in it so I can shit on it. Please.
Randy Orton,
Uh huh.
Finn Balor.
Okay.
Man, you need an X Pac style person. I would like to say
But
Dominic
Finn Balor's a
Mysterio.
face right now, so you can't put Finn Balor.
I, so, oh, we're going to stick with like realistic, not fantasy.
The show. What's in the show? What's on the card? Yes, realistic. Who would
I
you
mean,
risk?
it could be fantasy within the realm
No,
of who's in the
because
show.
fantasy sucks. Let's be real. Fantasy takes too much time and it sucks. Be realistic because TKO is going to be realistic and put your fantasy to sleep. Who would you put in it?
No,
Realistically.
I'd automatically put Drew McIntyre. You need a heavy, and he's a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say Drew, Randy. You need someone. You really need more older, like you know how Evolution was, where Batista, Ric Flair. You need a veteran. Ric Flair, because Randy Orton would be Triple H, right? I'd put someone like fucking
Why
Trick
are you
Williams in
basing
there.
it off of Evolution NWO?
Well, end up put everyone in it. That's the problem.
Yeah, but
That's the difference. That's the problem. And there's no team like the Outsiders. There's no team like that. Not worth putting in that group. Not worth putting in that group. There's individuals who you could put like if Kevin Owens was there, I would say Kevin Owens, Drew
mm-hmm.
McIntyre, Randy Orton, and just run with that and figure that part out. The rest of it.
Okay.
But NWO is such a big. Let me put every fucking single person. That's why WCW failed
Mm-hmm.
situation. I try to kind of put the core. Okay, what worked? DX, the big DX, not Shawn Michaels and just Triple H in China, but the big DX with the Outlaws, X Pac, China, and fucking Triple H. Or like Evolution, you had two young upstarts, one big, one younger, a fucking vet, and then like the fucking mega vet, like superstar Nature Boy, right? So I put Randy, Kevin, Drew, and if I had to add a fourth, I would put Trick Williams, someone young who's willing to do whatever fucking bullshit he has to do. That route.
So you're keeping it all SmackDown.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
If you like I said, you realistically, if I would, I would have put Finn Balor, let him just go being back to like fuck you. I'm worried about myself situation. Almost like what he was about to do with AJ Styles when they were almost going to do that Bullet Club, like reunited, and with Liv Morgan, and then it became Michin or whoever else. Like, do it that route. Like, if you're going to do it, just stick with what show you're on and make it worth it, because it could be something big. And I think we talked about this a couple of months ago. There needs to be a big faction. There needs to be something, right? Because the vision kind of man that fucking fizzled out so fast for and not because of anything other than injury. And that could have been something like that, but it was all young upstarts when they turned on Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
New Day ain't shit. The Bloodline ain't. It doesn't exist anymore. And NFTs just really kind of flopped and floundered because they didn't do anything with them. Wyatt Six fucking also flopped and floundered because they leaned too much into the Bray Wyatt shit and just didn't stick to doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And who else is there? The Judgment Day. Judgment Day is probably one of the better examples of this.
Mm-hmm.
And it had its growing pains. It started off with Edge, Rhea, and Damien, and then they got Dominic, and then they kicked out fucking Edge and put Finn, and then it grew with Raquel and JD and fucking Roxanne and Liv. So I don't know. I that's who I would put in there if you're talking about super group.
Yeah.
Keep it SmackDown. Keep it fucking heavies. All heavies. People who are hungry.
I was reading some article online, um, some story, I don't know, that supposedly for a while now it's been in talks and they're already pinning in something that's going to happen after WrestleMania. Crazy enough. where it's like a superhero supergroup that they're gonna put together, led by CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. How do you
Superhero supergroup.
superhero style supergroup? So basically, a babyface group from what it sounds
Like
like.
Avengers, like the Avengers
Mm-hmm.
style.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And they've been pinning this for a while. This is something that's gonna supposedly seed and bloom after Mania, and they're talking about putting CM Punk and Cody Rhodes to you know lead off that team.
See, you saying that and hearing these, if you're talking about seeds, hearing these shoot promos, I can almost see, and not even necessarily good guys, but remember when Invasion happened and you had WWE guys, and you had your little sub stories with the mid card WWE guys versus the WCW, ECW sub mid card guys,
You know.
but the main fucking protagonist here was Stone Cold because Stone Cold kept on flip flopping. He obviously was original WWE, WCW, went to ECW, and then he really made his name as Stone Cold WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But he aligned himself with Paul Heyman, Stephanie, and Shane.
Right.
And then they somehow pulled Kurt Angle, right? And then they had the heavies like Rob Van Dam, the Dudley Boys. WWE, on the other hand, had someone who I thought would have gone to WCW, Chris Jericho. They had The Undertaker. They had Kane, and they had two other people. Off the top of my head, I can't think of it. But do you think that this super, like this Avengers style group, is going to go against the system, like TKO? Because they all shot at TKO,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe it's Punk, Cody. You need people who have tenure. It can't be no new kids, but it has to be all tenured dudes who are like, dude, we've been through the ringer with Vince. We've been through the ringer with Attitude, Ruthless, all this other bullshit, and now they're going against a corporation like The Rock. Maybe even fucking maybe because John Cena's gonna be the fucking host this year. Maybe John Cena's part of the bad group or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how you would pan it out that way, but it makes me think if you said it like that because they had those shoot promos against the man.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. I'm curious on how that lands because
If
they're
that's
both
the case, to me, that sounds like Randy Orton's gonna win the belt
yeah.
because you would need Cody, who doesn't have a belt, to chase Randy again.
You need a Thanos, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need a Thanos. The belt collector. I think Randy Orton aligns himself with John Cena. John Cena has nothing to gain other than helping the business at this point. So he doesn't have to fight. He can just same thing like The Rock. The Rock doesn't have to fight. He can just be the voice. He fucked that up, but he could be in that role again if they really want to play this us versus you situation. But I don't know who else you'd put on this Punk and Cody fucking team. Who else would you put there? Who else is worth being in if it's a superhero group,
Finn,
essentially?
if Finn Balor is face, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, okay.
Uh, Penta or Rey
Okay.
Mysterio.
I go Rey Mysterio. You need someone who's had tenure with WWE, is
Mm-hmm.
essentially. I put Rey
Uh,
Mysterio. I like that. I like the Rey Mysterio. I'm not. I don't know about the Finn Balor part, but it makes sense if he's a face.
Seth Rollins.
I can see Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is who would he be? He is like Iron Man, right? Like he fuck you. I'm gonna do my own thing, but I'm still part of the team kind of situation.
Mm,
And Punk is like Cody is Captain America. I mean, you could say CM Punk is
Punk
also
Punk is
maybe.
Iron Man. Punk has more than Iron Man esque. I do my own thing, but we'll come together for the group situation. Your Seth Rollins, if you're looking at that group, mm, Avengers
Where would
style.
you where would you put Reigns? Would you put him as a nepo baby in the in with Randy Orton, or would you put him with a I'm a WWE guy
I don't think Reigns would be a part of it.
at all?
Mm-mm.
Interesting. Okay.
But the Usos would go with Randy.
The Usos. Okay.
Hmm.
Interesting. So you'd pull him against the good guys.
Well, yeah, because they're basically turning heel with everything that's going on, or tweening on heel with what's going on. I mean, what do they do? right
They're
now they're
fighting heels. They're
they're
fighting heels.
they're fighting the Vision right now. But prior to that, what were they doing? They were acting heelish. So to save him from the turn, they had the Vision win the belts just so they
Yes.
could chase him.
Yes, and they added LA Knight as a protagonist. Like LA Knight just does what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
He's out for his own interests, right? Let's be realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine because he doesn't need to be good or bad. He just needs to fucking win a belt. That's all he cares about. Which is that makes the most probably makes the most sense out of every wrestler there is in WWE. I just want to fucking win the belt. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help if it helps my cause.
I can see Finn Balor like War Machine.
Finn Balor, the right hand man of Punk, essentially.
Well, that would more. You know, no, that would kind of fit Seth Rollins because realistically they are friends.
I would say like Seth Rollins is like Captain America, and Punk is, if you go that route, and Punk is Iron Man because they butt heads, but they understand what the ultimate mission is. So they need to be together, but they butt heads because they have different interests.
So then Cody Rhodes is Thor.
Cody Rhodes could be Thor essentially. He's on his own island. He's a nepo baby. He's the only real nepo baby there, but a nepo baby everyone likes,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
He's not someone who's like, oh, like Randy Orton can lean on it. Yeah, of course I'm here. My fucking dad and my grandfather, he could go that route if he wanted to. That's why I thought maybe Reigns would be with Randy Orton. That would make also a lot of sense because people called him Nepo because of The Rock and all of that family.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
interesting. I am curious on how that plays out. If it is something that is truly going to happen. But another match I'm really interested in, and they've been doing a really good job of building it up is fucking Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I liked I saw Oba Femi in NXT and I liked what he was doing, and I just didn't think I wasn't sure how that would translate into WWE main roster programming, but it really fucking translated. They really gave him the best fucking scenario against Brock Lesnar right off the bat. Stop fucking eating the Reese's. God damn.
They're good.
Well, fucking put him down and wait till the goddamn end of the show. I can hear you fucking fucking mute your goddamn thing. God damn it. But yes, Oba Femi and Brock. I swear, if I see him, I'm gonna just suplex you. I'm gonna suplex you the fuck into the floor, into the wall. Don't do it, you fucking sack of shit. Jesus Christ. Don't do it. You're like that little fucking shithead red ginger kid that keeps on fucking eating candy.
Oh.
But nonetheless, yeah, I think that's another good build up. I'm hoping for more women's wrestling, but I don't think the builds have been really good for the women at all. Other than the Stephanie and Liv, I think that one's like kind of really heating up. But
You're
I
not
don't care.
excited for the women's fatal four-way tag team match?
Nope, far from it. It's a waste.
What did I read? Um, that they were gonna throw. There was a possibility that they might throw in Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez if Nikki isn't healed or ready by. Uh,
You mean Roxanne and Raquel, not Liv?
yes, Roxanne and Raquel. My bad. Well, no, the story I said it said Liv and Raquel.
But Liv is going after the championship.
Correct. But the story I read said Liv, not Roxanne.
Interesting.
Liv and Raquel. So it could have been a fake. I don't know. But uh, doesn't mean she can't go after two belts. We had Becky two belts before. We had Mercedes Monet with two belts in there, or Sasha Banks, Sasha two belts. Um,
Mercedes 15 belt or whatever she had.
yeah, she got zero belts now. She relinquished them all. She went and she went to every. She was only one that she didn't get to fight. The last one she held on to, I think it was in the Philippines. They couldn't get something going. I think it was the Philippines. I forgot where that last belt was at. I was reading that they couldn't get anything the
Like built up
promotion
for her.
to fly her out and do all that stuff. They just didn't have it. So she relinquished that belt, but all the other ones she lost on purpose. She put other up and coming stars over to beat her for those belts. So all those belts are back where they belong.
Smart.
So when she comes back, she will have no belts.
She comes back eyeing the fucking heavyweight championship. That's the
Pretty
next
much.
goal.
Pretty much.
Smart. Smart.
Mm-hmm.
She did her fucking definitely did. She did the women's fucking division really good for everyone else.
For
As
the
much as
independent
people
scene,
might hate
definitely.
her. Yeah.
Yep. But for the Fatal Four Way, they were talking about Liv and Raquel going in as replacements if Nikki Bella is not healed with her injury for her ankle sprain or whatever it was that happened. Hopefully, it wasn't a fracture by Night 2 Mania.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Maybe it will be
Uh,
Roxanne, which would make more sense, but the story I read said Liv.
are they doing anything with Io Sky this year?
At the moment, no, but I think that's going to be a last minute thing where it's Io versus Asuka because it looks like they're trying to build that up because there was already a promo that Asuka was talking mess about Io. Yeah, I helped you through this business. You were my young boy kind of thing, or my whatever Japanese word they use for it. And yeah, she was there just talking trash about her and stuff. So it kind of looks like they're building up for that one. So that may be added on to night two, because night one has 6 matches and night two has five. So maybe that's the last one they're gonna add in there.
I saw that. I saw this like an online post where Io was talking shit to Asuka online, saying you're treating Kyrie like shit, and we looked up to you growing up. You helped us in the business, but now the way you talk to her and the way you talk to me makes us lose respect. And then I guess she was sprayed. She had the fucking ink from the mist, and I guess Rhea Ripley chimed in and said it was my fault for not protecting you or some bullshit like that. So I was just curious of how they were in interject her because I think this is the first year that she doesn't really have anything because last year she won the belt or retained the belt, I should say.
And that all happens because they didn't have anybody for Jade to fight, or else she would still be a Rhea, and maybe they would be in that fucking four way for the tag team titles. But they pulled Rhea away from Io, obviously. They put her in the scene to go after the SmackDown belt, even though she was Raw, and now Io is left by herself. But here they are last minute having Io go out and help Rhea because she's fighting off Jane's henchmen. At least it's some kind of help. And
Yeah,
then when it comes to SmackDown, Io's by herself, but Mommy came out on Raw just to be there with Io for whatever was going on. Oh, because Jade was out there and they had a match. So it was Io and Rhea versus the henchwomen. And yeah, that's that. So yeah,
yeah,
this would be a first time Io hasn't been on the card. But hey, man, card subject to change, right?
yeah. And you also, I mean, I think I think sometimes we just bypass that. They really do still treat the SmackDown before and the Raw after with some style Mania matches that they would have put on a big show. They just didn't get to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll still be something because I've been seeing what Damien Priest and fucking R-Truth really kicking up the fucking tag team division on their end. They rekindled this fucking what is it, Malachi Black versus fucking Matt Cardona situation because now that Damien Priest is a tag team and Malachi doesn't have anything to go against, it's like okay, well let's switch up and turn that way. And they have the Miz and Danhausen doing their shit a lot now, and then I Shall Speed being cursed and getting thrown into that match. So they're trying to utilize a lot of things, and I see the wheels turning. I just don't know like a lot of it's exciting, but I don't think they've really put enough emphasis on the women's stuff,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. And it's kind of falling by the wayside on some of it. Not again, I can't speak to the fucking Liv and Stephanie because that one's like they're really doing their due diligence on that one. But the Jade and Rhea, that it doesn't fucking interest me. The AJ versus Becky, that's like 3 times, dude. Like that doesn't interest me at all. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about that one. I know you're a fan of AJ Lee, but
Mm-hmm.
that one doesn't interest me as much, and I don't even know what they're doing with the U.S. title. Have you seen fucking Julia defend that title again since she's won it? Why the fuck did they keep on giving it to her? Give it to Chelsea Green. Give it to fucking Zelina. Even Zelina better than nothing.
think they feel like they owe it to her because they wronged her the first time around, and so they're like, "Oh, we'll fix it this time," and they just still didn't fix it.
She hasn't has she defended it? I haven't seen that.
I think she had no. It was her manager had a
Deion
match.
James.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, and she was out there with her, but that was about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything worthwhile, and give it to fucking Bailey, dude. Give that belt to Bailey or someone else, somebody else.
You can't because Bailey and Lyra are in the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match because they're
No,
vying for that.
I understand that, but hey, Rhea fucking went to fucking SmackDown, so let fucking Bailey go to SmackDown too. Fuck it.
Oh yeah. Well, see that this is where the whole mess ups happen because they need a draft. We've talked about this before. They need to make a draft. They need to do a switch up. Stop with this whole. We're gonna send one person over and then we're gonna call it a shake up, or we're gonna send like three people between everything, and it's a shake up, and it is what it is, you know. But they're not. They should do it properly and make it right, and then just keep everybody on their fucking shows. That way, you build up some good stories.
I missed the fucking SmackDown where they had Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Rey Mysterio, Christian, the Hardys. They need
Mm-hmm.
something like that. SmackDown could be good. And then when they had that Roman Reigns longest tenure fucking situation, it kind of
That screwed a lot of shit up.
killed a lot of fucking stories. And because how could you go against, you're going after titles, and they're trying to make the mid card titles feel important, but the main titles being held captive essentially for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I am interested in this WrestleMania card, and I think there are a lot of standout matches. I just think there's also a lot of, it felt like it's rushed, and they've had plenty of time to fucking build this. I understand, and it happens every year. Nothing changed. That's why it's kind of not really an excuse. But injuries have fucking diminished a lot of things. Like, you could have had a big story with Seth Rollins and Division that got fucking sidecast, and then you could have had a story with Division, and then the two main guys go down, and you fucking just flounder with the two guys you added at the end. I get it. You have fucking Jey Uso trying to play this hothead again, like he did when he first did the Bloodline, but you can't go from hothead and then yeet and then go back to hothead. It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. And then you have fucking Drew McIntyre going against Jacob Fatu, and both of them should be in other title matches. They shouldn't
You
be going
know it's
against each other.
bad when they have to bring in a celebrity who wants to kind of be a wrestler. I show speed. He's been training. We've seen the videos with Randy and all that to jump in there and help the Vision because they're down members. It's sad, but I get it. I Show Speed has a lot of followers. Danhausen put him on blast, trying to get it, cursed him so he can get those followers and stuff. But
Yeah,
it makes sense to put him on there with his buddy Logan Paul to help boost ratings, help get the younger crowd involved. Like, oh shit, Speed's on there, we gotta watch it. You know.
I agree. Yeah, he's playing a role what they need him to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like they used Logan Paul when Logan Paul first came. Logan Paul had 192 million followers. ISO Speed has similar amount of fucking
Mm-hmm.
followers. Like, it makes sense. And they're catering to the casuals. We get
Mm-hmm.
that, which is fine. But you gotta fucking put some work into these fucking other fucking matches. And I think that's why those shoot promos kind of resonate a little more. Like, dude, TKO, you're getting too involved in this shit. Yes, I know it's about money. At the end of the day, yes, wrestling's about making money. I get that, but you're fucking you're icing out the family, the wrestling family,
Mm-hmm.
and you're pushing shit that no one really wants to see, or like you're going against storylines that could have been made a lot more sense.
Yeah. Like
So
that six way that 6 man tag could have been something on fucking SmackDown or Raw.
yeah,
That one's not a Mania match. Yes, you need filler. Not every match can be a banger, but it could be. It
what
could
do
be.
you since we're in the WrestleMania season, what do you think? And I know this is off the top of your head. This is off the top of your head. You could get the number wrong, but what do you think is the best bell to bell fucking WrestleMania, hands down?
So I could. That one I can't tell you because I don't have those. I don't know numbers that are attached to them. We're 42 in, dude. This year would be 42 manias in. So if you know you have a favorite mania, hey man, It must suck. It must suck to watch everything else. Am I right? But there's too many good ones that are out there. But it's obviously it's a lot of the earlier ones because it was so fresh, new, and not undone that you could be like, hey man, fucking number nine was a shit. And number nine obviously is what Sean and Roman, right? Not Sean Roman. Sean and well, might as well be fucking Roman. Sean and Razor, right?
That's 10. WrestleMania 10.
Okay. What was nine?
Bret Hart and Owen Hart.
See, even then, nine and ten are good, but to be like, man, that's my favorite one. That's hard, dude. That's hard.
I, I say bell to bell because we know that we know for years, and even in the beginning, there always have been fillers. But I feel like, and mind you, you can do some research if you decide to go that route. But there are only like a
Don't task me
handful.
with homework. Who are you?
There are only a handful of like actual WrestleManias where I won't say like it's banger banger, but everything had a payoff
Mm-hmm.
to the fucking year long story they had told.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the only one that popped into my mind is 17. That's the only one that had like every match on that show, whether it was mid card or even lower tier, it had a payoff to whatever story they were telling from the beginning of the year or beginning of the wrestling year after WrestleMania. But I think 20 something also had the similar payoff with Randy, Cena, Edge, Jericho. Like there was also another payoff there. I forgot. Like the actual whole WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching WWE Vault and Peacock and looking at all the fucking old WrestleManias. And I'm like, oh man, this fucking match sucked. Forward, forward, forward. And then I'm like, it's like I said, 17 was the only one that I said, oh shit, I remember that. Oh shit, I remember that. And like
Yeah,
just kind
don't
of
get me
getting into
wrong.
it.
Some cards look good on paper, but when the story actually happens and you see the dance, it's like, what was I thinking?
Like what?
No, that's the statement. What was I thinking? That it looked good. That I really wanted to watch this. Like I said, there are some cards that look good on paper, but when they come and actually show out on TV, you're like, oh, that actually sucked. Here's one that's gonna happen that looks good on paper, but actually sucks. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the the United States Championship.
That's to be on SmackDown, right? The night before, or is it gonna be on pay per view?
This is
Oh, it's on
not.
WrestleMania. It's on WrestleMania.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
night one,
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 42, coming up on Saturday, the 18th. This is one
Nine
of those
days.
that looks good on paper, but will really suck having to watch it. And I don't know why they didn't add in Carmelo Hayes. They did him dirty.
You think they'll add him on SmackDown?
I'm hoping so. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I can't wait to see what happens because Randy Orton's supposed to bring some more drama. Apparently, they're going to talk more about whatever they did to Cody, and this is the second to last build up.
I think they could make it happen because I don't know if you watched NXT, but Carmelo and fucking Trick have a history.
Mm-hmm.
So Trick used to be his fucking young boy. So they could play on that, and Sammy could be the heel
I
in
don't
all of
think they
this. And
will because they're already doing too much of that already. You don't want to keep repeating that over and over with others because you already have that going on with others. You know, so I don't think they do that. But I'm pretty sure they would bring up some old shit if Carmelo decides to cause beef that Trick got a spot and he's bitter that he doesn't have his belt. But I think he would be more going after Sammy than he would be Trick. It's just Trick's just in the way.
Trick's just in the way.
Mm-hmm. Trick politics his way in.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're talking it like it's a downer, but it really is heating up. I mean, it really is heating up. We're jaded wrestling fans because we've been through the ups and downs, and there are weird spots in every WrestleMania, and this just so happens to be another weird spot in WrestleMania. The build up, some of the build up is lackluster. Some of it's really really good. To be honest with you, just like in AEW, there's a lot of fantastic build up for some of these matches, and there's some that got thrown together, which is still good because AEW is about the wrestling, but WWE you kind of feel a little bit more because they're more about their story. So, but I'm ex-
When you latch onto the story, that's what helps build the characters. That's what helps build the want to watch it, the want to see it, the anticipation of what's going to happen when those two forces decide to collide. That's that's where WWE's always been ahead of everyone else, is because they can tell a story, because they have enough time and enough space to do it compared to other companies that just don't have that niche down yet.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to you got writers and producers to help, right? You can't just be a one man show. And as much as people would like to think it is, a one man can do a lot. They can't do everything. So,
Yep.
but I'm looking forward to these pay per views. I'm looking forward to Dynamite. Random, what match are you looking forward to for Dynasty?
Okay, let me pull up the card real quick because I was not thinking about Dynasty because we're talking about WWE.
I'm gonna come back to it, but Dynasty is this weekend. So
Uh, uh, looking over the card real quick. If I had to pick one,
just one.
if I had to pick one, Cope and Cage versus FTR.
Nice. I am looking forward to Mox and Osprey.
That sounds like it's gonna be a fun one too.
Night one. What are you looking forward to? WrestleMania. Since you sent me the fucking screenshot of trying to rub it in my face.
That's right. Trying to, I did. There's a difference.
Whatever. Other side,
Uh,
jackass.
Night one, Liv and Stephanie.
Liv and Stephanie, nice. I am night two.
Wait, who do you got for night one?
I'm pulling it up right now because I just saw it. But all your fucking Santone fucking their bullshit's in the way. You sent it to me on a text message, right?
Text message, yes.
I will say night one. I am looking forward to Randy versus Cody. Really am. That's even though I don't even think this would have had to been the main event, but I'm definitely looking forward to that match because we are lifelong wrestling fans and we know that history. And I think because they didn't really tell the story about it enough, we know enough about it that I'm still invested. So,
Night
and how
two
about
would be Punk and Roman, but a close second would be the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship.
nice? I'm gonna throw it randomly here. I'm gonna say fucking Oba and fucking Brock.
Honestly, dude, like night two looks really good. The only thing for me that I don't care about is fucking Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. Everything
I,
else, I want to see it.
I I would say I don't care about the Rhea Car girl. I'm actually I guess I'm in the same boat. Williams and Zayn, not too care. I don't care about it, but I do want to see Balor and Mysterio because it's Demon Balor. I like that part.
Mm-hmm.
Punk and Reigns. I want to see all this shit talking pay off.
I want to
Right?
see if there's going to be any extra added shit to this after the match is over, or if it's going to cause CM Punk to lose it to Reigns, if someone's going to interfere or something's going to interfere, or if there's going to be any like
Did they add Rey Mysterio to the fucking ladder match?
they did. Rey Mysterio came out and said he's cleared, he's good to go, and he told Penta, you know what's missing out of this fucking ladder match?
A
Rey
legend, huh?
Mysterio.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it. I just saw it right now. I was like, I zoomed in. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck? This is an April Fool's joke.
Nope. Just the
but
intro was.
but yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that match. A ladder match during WrestleMania is fucking nostalgia. We were just fucking talking about it not too long ago. But I think as much as there are a lot of big time matches for sure, and there's a lot of payoff to a lot of these because grudge match Punk and Reigns for sure, grudge match Balor and Mysterio for sure, grudge match well I guess kind of Rhea Cargill, new grudge match Trick and fucking Zayn, just awesome to see ladder match, but I'm still leaning on the Lesnar and fucking Femi. I think that's gonna be a fucking good one
I
to be
mean,
honest.
look at the Saturday card. the 6 man tag, Usos and LA Knight versus Vision with Speed.
Oh, nope.
Then you got the Fatal 4 Way for the belts, the women's belts. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch.
For me, not worth it. No.
Fucking Seth versus Gunther.
Short build up. I feel like a Oba Femi Lesnar build up, so I'm okay with it.
Unsanctioned match, Drew versus Jacob.
I think there's I want to see it.
Nope, I don't. But I'm gonna watch because I want to see what happens.
I think there's a payoff to that one. I think there's more to the payoff on that one than there is the match.
I want to see because I mean, to me there isn't. They're just been fighting the whole fucking time. It's kind of a waste. This is a match that could have happened on SmackDown.
No, agreed. This didn't have to be on WrestleMania. No.
But it's a filler. And then you got the Women's World Championship, Stephanie and Liv, and then Cody and Randy. So really,
Yeah, I think this double main event on the night one, I think it's better than night two. The double main.
no, night 2 looks way better than night 1.
No, I'm saying this double main event, like the women's champion and the men's champion, are better than the men and women's of Sunday. And it only beats them. It only beats them because the Liv and Stephanie story is a lot stronger than the Rhea and fucking Jade story.
Yeah, but the Punk and Reigns story is a lot stronger than the Cody and Randy. So
It's not.
yeah,
You're just saying it because they're night two. That's
no,
not a
it's 'cause
stronger
it's
story.
where it needs to be.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. I'm gonna punch you right in the fucking face.
Oh my god.
I'm excited. I'm excited to fucking punch you in the face. Woo! But nonetheless, we appreciate you tuning in live, even with our little technical hiccups. And there will never not be a technical hiccup because we don't know what we're doing technically.
No.
So, but all you can do is continue to watch wrestling and make sure to follow us on all the socials at Beyond the Ropes 210. And of course, watch and listen on your favorite podcast platform where we drop new episodes weekly. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube or the socials. Hit that little notification bell to get, hit the bell to get notified whenever we drop new episodes. And of course, comment and rate the show. We appreciate you tuning in and helping us get here live. And we're striving and we're inching and we're clawing our way to WrestleMania. And we have a lot to talk about because we have a pay-per-view this Sunday. And then right after that, we're going right into WrestleMania. So pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
But all you can do is stay tuned for more stories, more violence.
And if you don't, you are cursed.
Huh.